So, you're thinking about getting a fire pit? Great choice. Fire pits have exploded in popularity over the last few years, and for good reason. They're the centerpiece of backyard vibes, chilly evening warmth, and s'mores with the fam. How do you choose the best one? Everything you need to know before making a purchase. Let's get started in this video. Top 6 Best Fire Pits Review.
Number 1.
If you are looking for a wood-burning fire pit that's less expensive than other options, we recommend the Better Homes and Gardens wood-burning copper fire pit. It has a sleek appearance that will add to your outdoor decor. Along with solid durability and noticeable weather resistance, it hit the marks of what we look for in outdoor equipment. This model weighs just under 27 pounds, and during testing, we noted that it needed 2 people to move it comfortably. Once set up, we ignited the fire using a small amount of wood, paper, and cardboard. Overall, it was easy to get started without using any fuel or lighter fluid. The fire only emitted a noticeable amount of smoke, but only because our wood was damp. We noted that the fire provided a generous amount of warmth, even when seated about 3 feet away. When we made a larger fire, we could feel it at 5 feet away. After just 3 uses, this fire produced a moderate amount of ash, which we disposed of using an indoor fireplace brush and galvanized bucket. We had to tilt the fire pit to get any remaining ash. We also noted that the fire pit's lid lifter wasn't quite as long as we would have preferred, requiring us to get a bit too close to the fire at times. After 2 weeks of testing, we noticed ash stains accumulating on the copper. It didn't deter from the aesthetic appeal of the fire pit, as we still appreciated its durability and ease of use. However, the signs of aging were noticeable in a shorter period than we would have preferred. Why you should get it. This is an ideal option if you are comfortable with open firewood burning and want to enhance your outdoor aesthetic. Keep in mind, the copper stained pretty quickly during 2 weeks of use. Plus, the fire pit itself requires 2 people to move.
Number 2.
The Outland Living Fireball 883 Mega is a great pick, striking the right balance of performance, budget, size, and looks, which is why it's our top pick for the best fire pit. We love how incredibly easy this fire pit is to set up and use. It arrives pretty much assembled. All you need to do is add the lava rocks and hook it up to a propane tank, which took us around 5 minutes. Once assembled, it took us less than 2 minutes to start the fire, which is easily controllable with a knob that adjusts the height and intensity of the flame. This was particularly appreciated while roasting marshmallows, as we could turn down the flame to ensure we didn't end up with a burnt mess. Although we'd like it if the flame could go a little higher for those really chilly nights, the fire pit gives off plenty of heat. We could still feel the warmth on our faces sitting 3.5 feet away. We were incredibly impressed during our tests that this model seems to be truly smokeless. We found this especially helpful when there was a breeze, and no one needed to reposition their chair to avoid plumes of smoke. There really is no excuse not to sit out by the fire. As this is a propane model, there was no ash produced, and the only residue we found in the fire pit was from adding the lava rocks. This fire pit also appears incredibly durable. After testing, the only wear we found were just a couple of small scratches in the bottom from initially adding the lava rocks, and some of the rocks were discolored from the heat. One small improvement we'd like is a longer propane connector so the attached gas tank could stay completely out of sight while using the fire pit, but it's not at all a deal breaker. Weighing 34 pounds, this isn't the lightest fire pit on our list, but 2 people could move it easily. The only accessories available are the Mega Carry Bag for easier transportation and a natural gas conversion kit. Overall, we're impressed with the Outland Living Fireball 883 Mega Fire Pit. It's easy to set up and use, gives out an impressive amount of heat to warm up to 8 people, and has a flame you can control. Plus, it's completely smokeless, which is a huge bonus. Why you should get it. This propane-powered, smokeless, and easy-to-use fire pit gives off a great amount of heat. Plus, it's easy to control and takes less than 2 minutes to light. Keep in mind, the propane hose could be longer to keep the tank out of sight, and it would be even better if the flame went a little higher.
Number 3.
The best option for someone who doesn't have a backyard is definitely this solo stove Mesa option we tested, as it's perfect for a small balcony or patio, given that it only stands 6 inches tall and takes up hardly any space. If you want a little ambience but don't have a large area outside to sit in, it's a great, affordable option that also comes in a bunch of interesting colors like deep olive, mulberry, and bone. While we don't recommend relying on this fire pit alone for significant warmth due to the size, we were still impressed with the heat it created. You can use small pieces of firewood to make this work, but might be better off using wood pellets or Solo Stove's own mini oak pieces since they won't have to be cut down to size. It comes with a stand and a carry bag, and because the fire pit only weighs a little over a pound, it's definitely an easy option to take anywhere and store in a closet. Best of all, the Solo Stove Mesa has all of the specs the larger sizes have, including the stainless steel, double-walled construction, and smokeless design. You can even roast marshmallows with the flame, allowing you to have the experience of a real fire pit even if you live in an area with limited outdoor space. How it performed after 3 months. While we didn't get to use it too many times before the weather got cold, we continued to appreciate both the size and the amount of warmth it emits. A previous tabletop fire pit we used was just for aesthetics, so we really like being able to use one that actually keeps people cozy when gathered around on chilly nights. Why you should get it. At only 6 inches tall, it fits just about anywhere, including small balconies and patios. Keep in mind, this fire pit is more for aesthetics than significant warmth due to the size.
Number 4.
If you're camping, backpacking, or RVing this summer, this Outland Living Firecube is one of the best options to add to your gear list. At a little over 22 pounds and 14 inches in diameter, it's both easy to store and to pack. It's CSA approved, which means it has passed a series of safety metrics, and uses a 20-pound propane tank cylinder, not included, but available at most hardware stores, rather than wood, which allows it to be used in places that have bans on campfires, although it's best to check with your campsite before you go. The kit comes with a pre-attached 10-foot hose, an adjustable regulator with a knob to control flame size, a cover/carry kit, and over 4 pounds of lava rocks to create a more realistic and flickering fire. It delivers a clean, smokeless burn and works quietly and in inclement weather. While it's not meant to cook on, besides s'mores or weenies on a stick, of course, there's a reason we chose one that doesn't have a grill grate. If you're camping and are counting on fire as a means to cook your food, propane fire pits generally aren't made to make elaborate meals for a number of people. They're great for camping because they produce a more controlled burn, but you're much better off getting a charcoal grill or a camp stove, in addition to a fire pit, if you want to cook food. Why you should get it. The propane fuel means you may be able to use it in places with fire bans, but check the rules of your campsite first. Keep in mind, this isn't meant to be a cooking surface, it's better used as an area to warm up at night and for ambience.
Number 5.
This Solo Stove model is over 6 inches wider and 6 inches taller in diameter than our best overall pick, making it great for longer burn times and larger gatherings. We especially liked the construction of this piece. Setup is quick and easy, and it features a ring on the bottom to protect the grass from the extreme heat below and a ring on the top to encourage ventilation. It has all of the features that Solo Stove has become so well known for. The 2-walled construction traps air between the walls to burn up smoke before it reaches your hair and clothes. Its durable stainless steel will handle the elements and the intense heat while remaining relatively light for the size of the model, and it can easily be cleaned with the removable ash pan. We could fit 6 large logs in the pit, but they did burn fairly quickly. We were impressed with how evenly the fire burned as well. Still, the biggest draw of the Solo Stove is that, when properly cleaned and maintained, it's a relatively smokeless and smell-free fire pit. We continued to enjoy the smokeless aspect of the fire pit. It funnels any smoke it does produce upward instead of out, as well as the sleek design. It is a bit heavy, so we suggest having someone help you move it. Why you should get it. This larger smokeless fire pit, perfect for a family or backyard party, can fit 6 large logs. Keep in mind, it burns logs pretty quickly, so you may need to reload it several times. Number 6. This Barebones living fire pit and grill is a masterclass in smart design. The bowl is used as the fire pit, and to make it a grill, you attach the included pole and the grill grate to the side of that bowl. During testing, we found this allowed us to move the grill grate up and down, depending on how much direct flame you're looking to have on your food, and gave us added freedom to control the temperature of the food. If you're an outdoors lover who wants to be able to have a backyard campout, complete with dinner and s'mores, at a moment's notice, this could be the best choice for you. It's absolutely beautiful and the fire burns evenly, but it's slightly tricky to control the temperature as you're cooking, which is why the pole is such a brilliant add-on. If your flame gets too high, you can move your food up without worrying about burning it. The Barebones pit is 30 pounds and needs to be taken indoors after use so it won't rust, but it does come equipped with built-in handles to make that task a bit easier. For the higher price, it's not a smokeless option, but if you couldn't imagine creating a campfire without cooking up a meal on it, then this fire pit is worth the investment. It's truly the best of both worlds and functions well as both a grill and a fire pit. How it performed after 3 months. There's no mistaking that this is a gorgeous fire pit. The design is stunning, but we think it's a bit too complicated and expensive, unless you're truly going to use the grill grate for cooking. That said, the aesthetics can't be beat, and if you're regularly grilling on open fire, you'll probably get use out of it. Why you should get it. The pole and grill plate allow you to better control the temperature for cooking meals. Keep in mind, it needs to be stored indoors between uses to prevent rust. Thanks for watching.